AC season. Pro Solutions is your one-call-solves-it-all expert for AC repairs, tune-ups, and new installations. We offer convenient financing options and fast appointments so you can enjoy your entire home, not just the freezer.
Now I can leave the frozen peas where they belong.
Book now at prosolutionsinc.ca.
No fluff, no fillers, just pure entertainment. Sports 1440 brings the heat with bold opinions, big personalities, and Edmonton's fiercest fans. This is your turf. This is Edmonton's sports leader, Sports 1440.
Mr. Rooter has deja vu. Mr. Rooter has deja vu.
The bathroom is right over there, Mr. Rooter.
Thank you, good sir. Wait, I swear I've plunged this toilet before. It was clogged with a snow globe. Am I living in a time loop? Oh, good. It's just a voodoo doll that looks exactly like me. Whew, what a relief.
For a plumbing experience you'll want to relive, call Mr. Rooter.
No! Canada is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is switching, Dan.
Bet365. If gambling is affecting your mental health or well-being, 211 Alberta is here to help. Call or text 211 or visit ab.211.ca. 18 plus only. T's and C's apply.
The hip, how you don't stop. Rock it out, baby, rubber to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. Now what you hear is not a text, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought 2 friends.
Because 60 minutes is just about enough. The Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440. Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky.
But I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shop the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside and to the front, you do the freak spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Trent's trio, or when the serious joiner from sun to sun and from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new rhyme because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock the mic so you can't resist. Everybody, I say it goes like this. When I was coming home late one dark afternoon.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us here on The Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Go check them out. Only available in Leduc. We're online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick with you here in the Sports 1440 studio. Your text 1-833-401-1440. Of course, you can email us, Connor, Brandon, Josh, at sports1440.ca. Insert name, whatever name you want to text or email us, you can do so at the email. Today on the show, talk a little footy as we've got semifinal action at the World Cup. Spain and France meeting just after 1 o'clock. Tomorrow you got England and Argentina. Some powerhouse nations here. There's not that surprise story at the World Cup this year, and that's okay. I mean, every team has star power. Every team has history. Every team has immense pressure from the homeland. And they'll settle things in the United States in the next couple days here. Of course, the final will go Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm looking forward to it. Might have to do a little watch party at the house. Open invite for those who want to come and watch. Just kidding. Private invite. We can't let everybody into the house. There just wouldn't be enough space. We've got Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick here as well. Duke, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Connor. You had me really intrigued with the open invitation concept.
I wonder if we did that.
Just come. Well, you could say it's an open invitation, but then just not give the address to anybody. Like, so barring some, unless people already know where you live, they wouldn't know where to go.
Who would RSVP? Yes. Who would be coming? What would you bring? You don't come into the house with nothing.
I'd bring a whole tray of buffalo chicken wings.
Oh, that would get you in the door.
Actually, I may have to for a party like this. My triple crock pot only comes out once a year for Super Bowl, but for World Cup final, I may bust out triple crock pot and create a trio of dips.
In a 4-year span, you only bust that out 5 times. World Cup final and the Super Bowl
every year.
Stanley Cup, no, too many games. You couldn't do it every game.
Yeah, and they're in the evening. Like the triple crock pot's a midday type thing.
And just to clarify, so you're bringing the triple crock pot. That's your, like, if the standard is you need to dress to impress, but you need to bring food to impress, you're bringing the triple crock pot. What are you bringing? What's in each
I'll be
pot?
honest, since it would be a entirely new crowd, I could run it back from this year's Super Bowl recipe, which all 3 were a hit. I had a spicy sausage, like Italian style dip in one, a bacon cheeseburger dip in another, and then the third was it's actually the one I've made the most over my years. It's like a jalapeno pepper popper dip, kind of like with some street corn style mixed into. That one's my favorite. The Italian one was very unique. It was like you probably have a few chips with that, and then you're like, all right, I got my fill, and then you move on to the others. Whereas like the jalapeno one, I could eat the whole vat of it.
What do you dip in it? Just like
pita
bread chips?
Yeah, I brought some pita bread pieces at the Super Bowl, and then just Tostitos, like your regular chips.
Josh, let me ask you. It's a party. You got to bring something, sports style. What would your item be?
Homemade tomato soup, not allowed.
We're not doing that.
Dang. Are we counting spin dip? Is that good enough for a sports crowd? Or
Brandon's setting the bar pretty high with his dips, but
yeah, I know.
But it's
if you
crucial.
Because listen, thanks to the host and everything for having people, but when you're having a big party like that, I also think it's sort of on the host to make the wings.
Okay.
Because it's their equipment in the kitchen and everything, or barbecue or whatever. It's like, listen, if we need to put a dip in there to warm up or something like that, I think that's totally fine. But I feel really weird, like when people come in, they're like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna use your oven really quick to cook all these wings, and also I got to use your stove to make the sauces for them. And I'm like, hey man, you know what? I'll make wings. That's fine. You guys just bring whatever. But like spin dip, if you're having buffalo wings, maybe some people don't handle heat very well. Have that to cool yourself off.
I mean, there's different levels to it, because you could be the guy who's like, I'm just going to bring a case of beer. No one's going to be mad. It doesn't have to be, it can be simple. It's like at the Christmas party, the race to bring buns. Everyone loves it. It's going to be a hit at the party. So, all right, spinach dip, that gets you in the door, I think. Yeah, I mean, the bar is low.
But to get in the door, Josh would also need the address.
Yes.
Which you don't get until you RSVP with what you're bringing.
Yeah.
And then it's like a pass or fail grade. It's like, all right, you pass. That's acceptable. Here's the address.
Someone tells me like a fish dish, you're out. You're not coming. I'm sorry. Could be my best friend.
I'm bringing a 48 pack of California rolls from Walmart.
Yeah, not getting in the front door.
What? Those are good.
You can sit out back. You can putt on my slanted putting green if you want.
Eddie Thiel's bringing his leftover tuna casserole, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I need to nuke this in your microwave." Hope that's cool. Would you tell Eddie no?
No,
exactly.
Yes, sir, Mr. Steele. Of course, whatever you need. He's different, I would say. So news and notes today from the sporting world for those of you who might have missed it. How about Malcolm Celebrini, the star athlete now for the NHL 27 video game? I don't know if there's a curse with the NHL. I know for a long time the Madden curse was something that seemed to be quite out there, to the point where that, combined with, I think, money, kept LaDainian Tomlinson off the cover the year Vince Young actually took the cover. But for Malcolm Celebrini, I mean, what a year it's been for him. I believe he was named like the IIHF Player of the Year. Obviously had a heck of a tournament for the Olympics and went over there for the World Championships. Captained Team Canada on a team that had Sidney Crosby, which is impressive in itself. The kid's 20 years old. We know how good he is. From what we've seen, just seems mature beyond his years. 115 points. The way he does it too, Duke, is just so silky smooth, right? Like he's not small by any means, but he's not a guy who's like, I'm going to go out there and be a physical presence. 45 goals, his fair share of penalty minutes, which I like to see. No Lady Bing nominees for this guy, but very impressive. And I think when you take a look at this whole hockey landscape, probably not a surprise that Macklin Celebrini gets the nod as the NHL cover athlete.
No, very, very little surprise. It is curious you bring up the curse thing because for a long time it was, for the NHL video games anyway, it was usually like actually just the best player. And I know there was the years it was a fan vote a couple times that got them in, and now it seems to be more trending towards like the next generation, which makes sense because I think still most video games are marketed to younger people. So putting Patrick Kane on the cover for a third time, I think, right? He was on it twice in like a 6-year span from 2010 onward. Yeah, I don't think that would land as well with people as, say, Celebrini. And Kane is no longer on that level, right? He's not the best player. But I think the same could be said for like Crosby or Ovechkin, who continue to dominate. But I like the transition. I like it. I'm not going to buy the game. I haven't played an NHL video game or any video game in many, many years. But that doesn't mean I can't appreciate that it's an honor. And I think the guys still do receive it that way. Be like, yeah, this is really cool. I grew up playing this game. Now that's my mug on the cover of it.
I'm with you. Like you grew up playing Shell, right?
Is there any discourse around the inability? Like, does a cover matter as much when you're not buying it in physical form? Like, it's not lined up there on the shelf at your local video game store or box store, shop, the electronics section, whatever, wherever you get your games. Because that's what it was for me growing up, right? It was like an entire section of the case behind the glass was all just the same cover repeated on 8 rows up and down and 8 times across and stacked 12 deep in behind each one too.
At like Blockbuster or your local video store as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it takes off a little bit. I mean, probably still on your loading screen, that sort of thing. And I'm sure he's going to have a bunch of commemorative stuff to have around the house. And the fanatics will make sure they go get their hard copy. But yeah, maybe it diminishes it just a little bit. There was a cool run, I think like when McDavid was named the cover athlete, made sense. It was before that, it was Tarasenko, Taves and Kane. Was it Taves who went on twice? I think he's.
Did I say Kane? Well, wasn't Kane on the cover like 2010?
So it was back-to-back Kane Taves, 2010, 2011.
Like they were each separate?
Separate.
Because there's one year I thought they were on it together.
Oh, maybe they were. So 2010 was just Kane.
Right.
2011 was just Taves.
Oh,
and
dang.
Then you scroll forward to 2016, and it was Taves again. In Chicago only. So it's certain cities, I think, had different ones.
Right. Okay. Because I want to make sure I'm getting this right. I think the cover was supposed to be both of them on it together, but then Patrick Kane had some off-ice legal problems, and as a result, they essentially just photoshopped him out, and it was just Jonathan Taves for the second, whatever you say, 2016.
Yeah, the cab driver,
maybe
26, and there's other things. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Like all the stars have been on the cover. Subban, when he was lighting up, he had Matthews in 2019, Ovi, of course. Matthews got on the Toronto edition as well again later on. The one that I think surprised people was probably Trevor Zegras and Sarah Nurse. But, Trevor Zegras at that time he was
popping off.
He was having a lot of fun. He was making plays, and Sarah Nurse was very marketable as well. So it made sense. Quinn Hughes and then Matthew Tkachuk last year. You're going back to back. You could also get the deluxe edition of that game with Brady and Keith. Either way, this one just makes sense. I was trying to think like who might be a good selection if they didn't go with Celebrini. I mean, Kucherov would have made a lot of sense, but I think that's kind of it. I think those would have been the guys I would have rolled with if it were me. Now, I guess on the back end, Werenski had a pretty good year as well. Maybe he could have gone that way, but anywho. Playbook Vic says 7-layer dip and nachos would be his pick if he was coming to the house party, which you're bringing. That's a good one.
Nachos I find tough because they don't travel. Right? Like, are you cooking a tray of nachos at home and then bringing them over?
Well, maybe he's just bringing a bag of the chips to dip in the 7-layer dip.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
That is a good pick. Cat Dad also has a triple crock pot.
They're great. I got it at a gift exchange at Christmas this past year.
Honestly, maybe one of the best things I've ever seen. I saw it at Costco and it was on sale for like $150. I didn't buy it, and I've kind of regretted it since. That being said, I don't use it very often. I don't use my own crock pot. And like you said, it's got one time a thing year for you. So
plus you didn't have your crock pot for a long time.
Oh yeah, Josh had it after he made meatballs here. Did I tell you the one time we were in BC, Duke, and I took my crock pot and we were making pulled pork, and midway through we lost power.
Oh.
So at that point we're kind of like, yeah, maybe we'll just do away with this one. Let it cook for a long time just to see how it would turn out. Took it out. There was hair in it.
What?
The pig had hair.
Well, pigs do have hair. They're
And
mammals.
you pulled the first layer off and it was fully haired. Covered in hair.
That is a little out there.
Disgusting. So I have not made pulled pork since. That was 2 summers ago.
Will you eat pulled pork?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. But I haven't made it because it was just such a shocking thing. Like I was pulling the hairs out of this animal.
I can understand that could be alarming.
So haven't done it since. Would like to, but had to look that up, and apparently that can happen. So yeah, it's something to watch out for. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll get to some texts here. We'll also talk some Major League Baseball All-Star Game, the Jays' first half of the season. The home run derby last night was absolutely great drama. We'll touch on that as well. It is The Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky here on Sports 1440, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Twitch.
Say hello to Alberta's home for reeling and dealing. With Play Alberta, you can spin into the excitement of popular slots like Cash Eruption and Desert Fantasy. Experience Alberta exclusive games and get in on the action of live dealer tables with all new elevated stakes. However you prefer to play, the fun is ready when you are. Visit playalberta.ca/Gregor to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/Gregor. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Listen up, friends. Operation Pizza is a go at Papa John's. They're introducing new personal pizzas just in time to celebrate the premiere of Toy Story 5. These adventure-sized pies come in new exciting flavors like Sheriff's Roundup, Space Ranger-oni, and Reach for the Pie. Or take your personal pizza to infinity and beyond by creating your own flavor just for you. Order 2 or more with Papa Pairings and get yours for only $9.99 each. New personal pizzas are ready for takeoff. See Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5 in theaters June 19th.
Summit Restaurant, located in the heart of the Silent Ice Center and just minutes from South Edmonton Common. Summit is your destination for exceptional house-made pizza, delicious entrees, and expertly crafted cocktails. Cheers. Experience the perfect blend of flavor and ambiance in a modern setting. Join us for a straightforward yet elevated dining experience where our commitment to quality speaks to every bite and sip. Make Summit Restaurant your next night on the town.
Legacy Heating and Cooling is serious about cooling. In fact, we offer multiple ways to cool your home. So you better
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
If you're looking for traditional air conditioning, we got you.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
Or ask us about a heat pump to help you heat and cool.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
Cool with AC or cool with a heat pump. Cool your home with Legacy Heating and Cooling.
You wanted local sports on weekends. Saturday mornings at 9, check out the Saturday Sports Setup, where we'll tee up what's happening on the weekend sports scene. Tune in Saturday morning at 9 on Sports 1440.
It might have been scraped by the snowblower, dented while door crashing, or crunched at the company Christmas party. At some point over the winter, your car was damaged and it's been hiding under a coat of winter grime.
Then come and see Robertson Body Works. We can take care of the damage and the dirt. This week only, call and book a repair and get a complete auto detailing absolutely free.
But you have to book your appointment before the week is up. Go to robertsonbodyworks.com.
I'm Tim Robertson, and I fix cars.
Bashaw Concrete Products. From concrete and septic tanks to blocks, precast water pads, Jersey barriers and aggregates. Farmers, contractors, homeowners. Plan your next project at BashawConcrete.com. Family owned, over 60 years pouring. Bashaw Concrete products. Once again, start here. BashawConcrete.com. Quick opinions and fun times. The Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440. Presented by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:20. Welcome back to the Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick with you here in the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky online. WilhockBeefJerky.com. Only available in the Duke. Go check them out. For those of you who maybe missed the show yesterday, just tuning in, we dropped the fantasy. We're just the Frenzy now here from 11 till noon here on Sports 1440. We'll still be doing fantasy stuff, of course. I mean, we love it. We love talking football. Everyone knows that. But going to change things up in the next couple of days here. We're going to introduce a new segment to get Josh Fenwick involved a little bit more. I want to call it 3 rounds, I think, where we'll just debate some topics off the top of the show. Probably start to get some guests on the program and, keep it rolling here. So we appreciate you guys joining us here. And, of course, we'll keep it interactive. You can always reach us, 1-833-401-1440. This segment brought to you by Elks Nation. Check out the website, elksnation.ca, articles, podcasts, and more breaking down the green and gold. Most in-depth EE football coverage online. And they're getting some bodies back as well for the green and gold. So it should be interesting the next couple of weeks here. You got to try to stay healthy. That's the biggest challenge in any level of football. The injuries just keep on popping up. Kind of, shows the work that Ed Hervey and company have done, building up this depth that they have to make it work. You lose a very good offensive lineman at guard and Colton Woodmansey, Coulter, and kind of just don't really have too many issues. You find ways around it. You make it work. So they've done a really good job. They get the BC Lions Friday down at Commonwealth Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff. And, of course, as we do every week when there's a home game here at Sports 1440, giving away tickets. You just got to text in Elks to 1-833-401-1440. We got a chicken drop-off, eh, Duke? Josh he smelled it, he got up, and he just took off as soon as he brought us on air.
That man he's like a bloodhound. Whether it's you bringing in a too good to go box of donuts and assorted baked goods, you sniff that out in a hurry. And then Brent Shelton from promotions here at Stingray, his head wasn't even in the door yet saying, yeah, Nando's is here. And Josh is like, oh, yeah, I can smell it.
I know.
I already knew. I just wanted to mention the Nando's drop-off. It's a part of their initiative for Mandela Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's this weekend. South African cuisine. Nelson Mandela, an icon of South Africa. And if this Saturday, Connor, July 18th, any guest who brings a non-perishable food donation to Nando's will get a free quarter chicken and peri fries.
Oh.
So seems like a pretty good trade-off to me.
You'd be foolish not to.
I'd agree.
At that point. That's good food. Now, we were talking about some food errors. I talked about my pulled pork that had hair in it. Animal hair, not my hair. And Big Rick said, that's like me and the chili. Had the burner malfunction and peeled the enamel off the big pot I was using. Haven't made chili again. That was 6 years ago. Wasted 10 pounds of assorted meat and whatever produce. Oh, man. 10 pounds of meat. And you just, you pour it out, you throw it out. Like, it just feels like such a waste. But I don't know. I couldn't get over it. That and the fact that the power went out where we were staying, and it probably would have been fine to eat, but the hair just put it over the top. Ryan says, in this situation where I only let you in if you bring good food items to my World Cup party that may or may not be happening. Smoked cheese, one spicy, one savory with pita chips and tortilla chips. The bomb. I like that. I really like the variety on the chips, Duke. To me, that's the game changer. Pita chips are great. You know, they bend or whatever. You like the bread or non-bread as well. But I like that. Last night, Major League Baseball's home run derby. And now I will say I did not watch it live because I was watching Tyler Yaremchuk try to hit a hole in one. Man, he was gutting it out.
He tried.
Thousands of swings. It was a heck of an effort from Yaremchuk. Shout out to Tyler and the entire Oilers Nation crew for putting on a great event. Next year is going to be the year. I was jonesing. I wanted to go take a few swings, Duke. I'm like, maybe I could do it.
Yeah, you're not far from Cattail.
And it was like 12:30. I'm like, maybe I should just show up with some energy drinks, get the boys going. Didn't happen, obviously. I was too tired. But it was awesome. Really good to see. But at the same time, there was a pretty big event going down in Philadelphia, the home run derby. And, you know, Schwarber was the guy. Everybody, I think, in Philadelphia watching that event wanted him to do the deed. And he had a really good opportunity. With one out, though, Jordan Walker. Was he down? 6? Needed 6 straight home runs to win. And he does it. The drama was fantastic. If you want to watch the highlights, of course, you can find them on YouTube or social media. But just calm, cool, collected, 24 years old, 49 home runs in his career, making less than $1 million this year. Does it. Wins the $1 million prize. It was awesome. It was really, really cool to see. And this is an event that I would have told you for a long time that I don't really get into. Like, it cool. It doesn't matter that much to me. But last night was awesome. Now tonight you got the All-Star game. Dylan C's going to get the start for the AL. Well, Duke, they do this, the Midsummer Classic, and there's not much else going on. Of course, the World Cup will be done by 3 Mountain Time. This game doesn't get going until 6. It's the only thing on, I believe.
WNBA Tempo play tonight.
Who do the Tempo play? Do you know?
Play the Mystics.
Tempo?
And this is
my team.
Maybe this is all you need to know. They didn't want to combat the MLB All-Star game. The Fire and the Sun, really similar names. They finished already. The game's over.
That's kind of not a bad idea.
Little day game midsummer.
I mean, the Tempo play in Toronto. Maybe I'm sure they'll still get a good turnout. That's embarrassing. I am a self-proclaimed Washington Mystics fan.
I thought you said, I thought the Tempo were your team.
No, I don't like the Tempo name. I don't like their colors.
I like the colors. I don't like the logo.
It's okay.
And I understand the Tempo is a word, like it has its own meaning and it's applicable to basketball. But this is like it's a totally personal thing. The Tempo was the gas station in Delburn, like the only one in most of my life. It then became a 7-Eleven, something else, and then an Esso, whatever. But it was a Tempo. And it was right across from the school. So if you're going out for lunch when you're in high school or something, sneaking out to get a piece of gas station pizza or taquitos or something, you say, yeah, I'm just running across the Tempo. Now that association is there in perpetuity for me.
Green and yellow colors for the
blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow?
Blue and
okay.
Yellow. Yeah.
Well, I made an oath to just cheer for whatever team drafted Lauren Betts out of UCLA. She's 6'7".
Beast.
She must be dominant. So that's why I picked this team. She's, not the biggest season for her, but I expect those numbers to go up in years 2 and 3. I think I hate every Washington team, so it was tough to bite the bullet and just cheer for this team. But anyways. EE plays tonight.
The Double E? No, Roger. They play on Friday.
They play Friday.
Against the BC Lions at Commonwealth Stadium. Text in Elks for your chance to win tickets.
I thought I just said that. Jane Victoria says the W have 3 massive games coming up. Imagine if they win 2 out of 3, 6-2, or they could pull an Oilers and end up 4-4. What do you guys think their record will be in the next 3 weeks? And Duke, are you willing to sprinkle a little on it?
if I could, I don't know if you can. I don't know if the Lions would be out for that many games in succession. But so what's the? I just want to bring up so I have the full schedule. Make sure I'm not.
So it's hosting the Lions,
yes,
and then you're back to back against the Riders,
home and away.
Yeah,
starting with on the road.
On the road
on Thursday night, so short week. I guess they play Friday night, so slightly shorter week, and then to Saturday prime time. Yeah, I think 2 and 3 is, or two out of 3, excuse me. 2 and 1 is very realistic. Like the Riders are defending champions. They're still one of the premier teams. They're right atop the table alongside the Elks at 4 and 1. So to be 6 and 2 would be awesome. I'll go with that. That's my prediction. I think they probably split with the Riders, and I like them to get the split back against BC after a little vengeance from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and like the Elks have faced this already a couple times, and it's more of a bigger deal. I feel like it's brought up all the time, the NFL, and maybe because the Chargers were just at a really big disadvantage this year. But you get the BC Lions coming off a bye week. They haven't played since July 4th, the last time these two teams met, so probably a rested group. You fall back on the film you just watched. Yeah, you know this team pretty well. It's going to be a tough one. I think Nathan Rourke, when he gets going, you just got to find ways not only to keep him, limited through the air, but he's so good at making plays with his legs as well when he needs to.
But Connor, have you considered that the Lions are one-dimensional? Or sorry, one-trick pony.
Who said that?
Eddie Steele.
Did the BC Lions social media team call him out on it?
They did.
That was huge for Elks Nation.
Do the Elks as a team, as an organization, as a franchise say, hey, they're coming after one of our own all-decade team. We have to do this for Eddie.
And Declan.
Well, and Declan.
Declan caught some strays in there as well.
Famously tackler of Chuba Hubbard.
Maybe. Force him outside at the very least. I mean, I think you got to have a little bit of pride for your alum. So, hey, they were in that game. You could bounce back and win. Then you go to Saskatchewan. So would that be your loss in this 3-game stretch and then winning at home on August 1st?
Yes, it would be. I'd love to see him win them all. Duh. But I'm also temper things a little bit and say the Riders are a good team. So are the Lions. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that the Elks kind of got their, smacked around a little bit in BC and just okay, yeah, this isn't our best effort. A little bit of retribution for this Friday night game at home. And then to head on the road, maybe a little bit of a potential emotional letdown. And then with the Riders fans coming in, plus at that point was a continued growth of resurgence in attendance from the local crowd, should make for an unreal environment. Pray the weather holds up, is several weeks away now for that Saturday night game against the Riders. Man, we're talking 30,000 people at Commonwealth?
I sure hope so.
That
5 o'clock game.
That would be awesome.
You got young kids. No excuse not to get them out to that one. You'll be home by 8:30. Home for bedtime. It's going to be great.
You can still stop, and Dairy Queen's still open at that late, so you can, because they close earlier than a lot of other places to get ice cream.
And if they are closed, you just go to McDonald's and get a
McFlurry, if that's more convenient. That the golden McFlurry they have right now, I think it's part of the World Cup promotion. It's unreal.
Yeah, I got a couple of those World Cup cups.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get the Davies one?
No, I did not.
Well, good, because he didn't play. So,
well, he made an appearance. Justin Rankin right now leading the CFL in rushing yards, 513. If you had to guess, how far do you think the second place carrier of the football is?
Ooh, good question. Second place, yardage difference?
Yardage difference.
Rankin has 513?
Yes, sir.
I'll say the second leading rusher in the CFL right now has 386 yards.
Very good, actually. 394.
Well,
Peters Mills in Calgary. He also has 3 more carries than Justin Rankin. For those keeping track, Justin Rankin, MOP type season, he has 6 carries of 20 or more yards. That's more than almost every other running back in the CFL. Dedrick Mills has 1. Brady Oliveira, 1. Larry Roundtree, 1. Samuel Hicks has 3. Not bad. He's absolutely crushing it. When it comes to 10 yards or more, he's got 20. Dedrick Mills has 12. Brady Oliveira has 10. Averaging 7.7 yards per carry. He's got the second tie for the longest rushing total single play, 61 yards. He and Samuel Hicks both have that total. But he's just been absolutely fantastic. And then you factor in what he's been able to do as a receiver. Justin Rankin, he alone is worth going to watch the game here in Edmonton on Friday. And then again, the next Saturday after they play in Saskatchewan. Mike says more than 30,000. There'll be 30,000 Rider fans. I hope so.
That would be awesome.
I've met some obnoxious fans in my time, Duke. I haven't hid behind that. BC Lions fans, annoying. Stamps fans, kind of annoying. Bombers fans, a little sneaky annoying. But Riders fans, I don't think I've ever had a bad experience. Like, even when they're bad, they're still just laughing, having a good time. They win. Doesn't matter. They're just drinking beer. They've got watermelon on their head. Rider fans, for me, have always been enjoyable people. So that game, even if it is 30,000 Rider fans, probably have a good time. They might be noisy, but they'll be good. RBS says, I just bought 10 tickets to that game on the 1st. Go Riders. There you go. We know Riderville's going to show up. They have a very passionate fan base. And I remember back in the day, they used to post billboards outside of Commonwealth, Duke. And it would be like a picture of 50 people in a line. And then it just would say, we walk among you. And a couple of them would have watermelon heads or green jerseys on.
Wow. I feel like I'm living in a dystopian society.
Yeah, it was good advertising and they did it very well. Imitation Tom says, so you're saying that Tempo is a gas name?
I guess, which maybe credits the name, gives the name more credit and validity. That's what the kids say, right? That's gas.
All gas, no brakes or something?
All gas, no brakes. That's one of the new coinage of the morning show.
That is a good line. Yeah, I don't know. It's honestly, the problem with the team name is no matter what you go with, people are going to hate it. It's just not my favorite. It's not a terrible name. I don't really like the color scheme either. I think they could have done a little bit better. Like the old Huskies, that blue and white.
Okay, yeah.
When the Raptors wear those jerseys, those pop. So a little homage to them I thought would have been cool, but what do I know? They probably have a marketing department who knows 10 million more things than I do. What I do know is we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll tell you what's coming up on the Lowdown with Flow Tide, as well as the Jason Gregor show. So make sure you keep it locked here on Sports 1440. It is The Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Wondering what you can afford? Let Go Auto do the math with our free car loan calculator. No pressure, no awkward convos, just quick answers on your budget and payments. Bad credit? No credit? We got you. Text CHECK to 780-777-7777. That's CHECK to 780 all sevens. Find out what you qualify for and start shopping with confidence. Go Auto. Drive what you love with payments that make sense.
What if you could hire motivated, safety-trained youth with no risk and funding to support you? At Careers The Next Generation, we make hiring easy with funded internships across Alberta in trades, IT, forestry, and more. Interns are WCB covered, complete high school accredited safety trained, and arrive ready to contribute from day one. With 42% of RAP students completing their apprenticeship by age 22, you get skilled workers faster. Spots are filling up. Visit careersnextgen.ca today.
Kickoff is coming July 17th. Elks, Lions at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Dog Days of Summer presented by ATCO Energy. Bring your pup and watch the game in an exclusive section. Get your tickets at goelks.com/tickets.
Beer League Slow Pitch. It's an Alberta summer tradition.
I got shortstop. I'll take pitcher. Yeah, I'm just here for the dugout snacks.
When you're playing on the field, you need serious fuel. And there's only one MVP. Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Load up on Alberta's best beef jerky and hit a home run with the team. It's the perfect snack for your summer sports.
Will Hawk Beef Jerky, because you can't have summer fun with salad. Only available in Leduc.
At GS Construction, people grow with the company. 50 years of experience doesn't live in a binder on a shelf. It lives in our people at every level, passed down on every site. Many of us started with a shovel in our hands and built whole careers here. The work is honest. The company's been around since 1974. So if it all sounds good to you and you want to grow with us, GS Construction is currently looking for experienced pipe layers and topmen. No shovel required. Visit gsconstruction.ca today.
No fluff, no fillers, just pure entertainment. Sports 1440 brings the heat with bold opinions, big personalities, and Edmonton's fiercest fans. This is your turf. This is Edmonton's sports leader, Sports 1440.
Legendary is here with BetMGM Casino. Download now to check out over 4,000 casino games, including exclusive slots like Survivor and hundreds of live dealer games. Unlock Vegas magic and sign up for the BetMGM app. See BetMGM.com for terms. 18 plus, Alberta only. Please play responsibly. Subject to eligibility requirements.
If gambling is affecting your mental health or well-being, 211 Alberta is here to help. Call or text 211 or visit ab.211.ca. BetMGM operates pursuant to an operating agreement with the Alberta iGaming Corporation. Standard message and data rates may apply.
Hey there, it's Brandon Douglas from Sports 1440. I was tired of slow, unreliable internet connections, so I signed up for Starlink. It's fast, reliable even in bad weather, and has made streaming for movie nights and online gaming so much better. The summer doesn't mean a break from watching sports, and I've been streaming all the games seamlessly when at the family farm, despite the remote location. If you're ready for a better internet experience, you can order online in 2 minutes at starlink.com/radio or call 1-888-GO-STARLINK.
Get your lineups and laughs right here on The Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440, presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky.
It's 11:41. Welcome back to the Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, the home of Alberta's best beef jerky online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc. Go pay them a visit or check them out online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick with you here. The Sports 1440 Studios Tuesday edition of the show. Coming up next, got the lowdown with Low Tide on the program today. Donovan Paulson will be by with LT and Did you boo him? Is your mic on?
Oh, whoops!
I vaguely heard some boos. But,
yeah, I booed. I was with Donovan last night and was giving him the gears pretty good.
Yeah, he covered me for an Elks watch party when I was gone. I got to give him some credit for that.
And
he hasn't been paid yet, though.
Admittedly, when you and I were talking about that off air, I said that he claimed he was, to once again borrow a phrase from the youth, rizzing up some of the cheerleaders that were in attendance. I told you that. And then Mackenzie said he did not talk to any of them.
Oh.
And so we made a good laugh at that. And then I re-brought it up yesterday when I was giving Mac and Donovan a ride to an event we were going to. And Donovan said, I never said that I did that. So
what's the truth?
Well, I think he did. He didn't say rizzing because he's not hip. He probably said, yeah, I chatted them up a little bit. And then Mackenzie says, you did not talk to any of them, which seems more on brand for Donovan. But at the same time, he has a track record.
Yeah.
He's not shy. So I don't know what to believe.
I wonder what his line would have been to get in there.
I'm Donovan Paulson. You can hear me on the Lowdown with Low Tie on Tuesdays.
Oh, Donovan.
And then I was like, oh, of course, Donovan.
You know Low Tide?
We're avid listeners of the Lowdown.
I will say, one of the funny things when 1260 went down, I still had a job working at watch parties, and the cheerleaders, a couple of them were like, "Oh, my dad was so disappointed." Like, thank you.
So like,
that I think Donovan name dropping himself to 20-year-old girls they probably have no idea who he is.
So I tell people all the time, the lineup of eligible women that I expected to follow me once getting into AM Sports Talk Radio has not really panned out like I envisioned it.
Yeah.
Which is too bad.
You go to radio school and they're like, well, you got to do this for the passion because the money might not be there. And you're like, yes, but
you're like, yeah, but I'm doing it for the birds.
The women will.
And then Galenza looks at me like, dude, get out of here. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. It's not 1996, man. This business has changed. Anyways. Donovan will
back to the rest of the Lowdown with Low Tide.
Donovan will be on the show today. Also, former NHLer, the co-host of Hello Hockey, Sean Bell, joining us. Joining Low Tide. You guys had Bellsy on last week as well?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's fantastic. First round pick.
Can I just chime in on one thing? I just want to chime in on one thing. That Donovan Paulson stuff is hilarious. Can we get that ever on video, him talking to a group of young ladies?
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, because I think we could help him.
Well, Mackenzie was there. If it had happened, she would have captured it on film and sent it to us, be like, guys, look at Donovan.
Oh, man. Anyway, I may grill him on this today.
Ask him about it. We need the truth.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? And then we'll have to go through the Elks and see if we can get those cheerleaders on the show. And they'll probably say, who is this guy? I've never seen him in my life.
The peak of investigative journalism in mid-July.
Yeah. The hunt for Donovan.
Yeah.
We'll find the truth. And then on the Jason Greger show from 2 till 6, should be a fun one. There's lots to get to, even in the dog days of summer. Ben Nicholson-Smith going to join us, talk a little Toronto Blue Jays. Of course, the All-Star game tonight out in Philly. We're going to try to go to Detroit, talk some Dylan Larkin, see what's happening there with that situation. Dave McCarthy of SiriusXM will be by. Grant Fedoruk of Leading Edge Physio. Always informative. You always learn something. And the one thing I really like about these segments with Grant is people will text in questions and Grant will answer them. It's like, oh, my back hurts. And he'll fix you.
Grant, my knee hurts. Can I just come in studio for a physical evaluation?
Well, he's not going to be in studio.
Oh.
But if you just logged onto the website and just showed your knee, maybe he could examine it.
I was hoping he'd be in studio. He could just like lay me out here on the workbench and, yank and pull and prod and diagnose.
Maybe. Cam Tate also for the 2-minute warning. I haven't seen Tater in 2 weeks.
I think he must have missed you because we haven't seen Tater.
If I'm not here,
he only shows up to hang out with you, I guess.
What's the point? That's what people are saying.
That's the takeaway.
That's what everyone has told me so far, except for the people that have to be here. Chuck, I'm assuming I'm going to give him a text in a few minutes. I wanted him to sleep in after all he did last night. We've got Spec, DVD. So make sure you keep it locked here on Sports 1440. Also today on the Jason Greger show from 2 till 6, we've got a pretty cool auction item from Mark Spector and a chance to go out for dinner with he and Oilers GM Stan Bowman at Vivo Ristorante. Also, they're going to auction off a foursome at the Quarry. Sorry, came out wrong. Plus dinner for 4 with those guys. So,
great restaurant, great track, great cause.
Yeah, it really is. Man, I mean, getting to pick the brain of an NHL general manager would be cool, but I'd rather be picking apart some Italian from Vivo. Great food. All proceeds will be going to Sports Central, which, of course, helps kids play sports in our communities. So if you want to get in on that, you will take your bids from 2 to 6, 1-833-401-1440. Dinner with Stan Bowman at Vivo with Spec as well, plus a nice little round of golf at the Quarry in Edmonton. How much would you bid, Duke? You want to start it off?
Do I have an unlimited money in this world?
No.
Oh, then I'll start the bidding. I'll open it up. $200.
$200.
Best I can do.
That
unless Vivos is willing to send me along with an entire week's worth of extra food to feed myself, man's got to eat.
I feel like with Vivo, you've been full before, but it's a different level.
It's different.
Like
I've been once,
yeah,
and it was one of the best dining experiences that I have had in my life.
Yeah,
like do it family style. You get a little bit of everything out there, and it literally feels like you're sitting down at the kitchen table or the dining room table with friends, and in this case, Stan Bowman and Mark Spector, legends.
Yeah. What would you ask Spec? What would be your question for Spec and Stan Bowman?
I don't know if you know this, Connor, but there was a 4-day stretch of something called Douglas in the Mornings on this station. And I got the chance to talk to Spec for 20 minutes each of those 4 days. So I've asked him everything that I ever could.
Douglas in the Morning.
Oh, it was a hit for 4 whole days.
We should make shirts with your logo.
Established 2026 to 2026.
Some AI slop. Douglas in the Mornings, getting mugs and everything. Why not? It's going to come back under a different umbrella when Tommy eventually does go for vacation.
No, then it'll just be the Tom Gazzola show with guest host Brandon Douglas. I had 4 days of living in the sun.
Yeah. Did you make intros and everything?
No, they were they were all teasers for the Tom Gazzola show, which started the next Monday, that said, mornings just got a whole lot sexier. The Tom Gazzola show starts July what day was it? 9th, 6th, the 6th. Anyway, here's Brandon Douglas.
What did that mean about the current regime?
Good question.
Damn.
Good question.
Throwing you down. Duke, what happens today with Spain and France?
I like France. They've been my pick since the start of the tournament. Spain has been just steady, if unspectacular, for the most part, whereas France has looked outright dominant across the board. So I like France. I'll probably do a sprinkle Mbappe to find the back of the net as well in his pursuit of the golden boot. So I'm looking forward to that here getting underway, well, not long after we depart this studio.
He and Messi. 8 goals.
Is that good?
I mean, my goodness. Holland will not catch them. Kane would have to go off, as would Jude Bellingham. But pretty good.
What about you? What are you on?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I like Spain. They've got some players there as well. You can't totally rule them out. It wouldn't surprise me to see this one go to extra time. Heck, I'd love to see penalties. But I'm going to lean with France. Mbappe gets a chance. He'll find a way to bury it. Elise as well. The setup man. They've got that rolling for them. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. Connor, let's rewind to, what are we talking, 6 weeks ago now? 5 weeks ago? And I was asking you about, this is the time where I can watch a ton of World Cup because it's in our hemisphere, in our Western time zones, all these things, right? And I was like, does it need to be this long? Like, why are all the games standalone? And I was very critical. And I've really turned on this. I've enjoyed the fact that at any given time of the day for the better part of a month, and now it's a little more spread out with obviously less teams, I can just tune in and watch soccer. And there's almost always something compelling about the game that is being played in real time. And all the star players have been off the charts good. The fact that now these Final Four teams are like blue blood countries that, yeah, we always love the underdog stories and the surprise clubs, but seeing England try and chase this down again once more, Messi, Argentina, last kick at the can, chance to repeat, and Mbappe maybe the best player that's in this tournament, and Spain, obviously they entered the tournament as the favorites. So it really has lived up to every expectation and exceeded it for me personally. So I've loved it. The fact there's only 3 games left, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed when it's over.
Question for you. Because of this, I would say for me, I did follow a little bit of the beautiful game across the pond. It's tougher, but you wake up early. Sometimes you catch that game. With the star power, the names you've seen, will you follow it anymore? Will you follow to see what Man City's doing in Holland? And
really good question. I want to say yes, but knowing me and just the fact that once again, it shifts back to being out of time zone, out of market. It's just that much harder, or more difficult, I should say, to keep up with it, where I am already invested in the back half of the baseball season. And then obviously when we know hockey and football and all these things, it probably not, if I'm being very frank. But if I'm the soccer fan that just shows up every 4 years and gets fully invested into the World Cup and is a little bit more knowledgeable each time it rolls around, I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm comfortable with that.
yeah, I mean, I think for a lot of people, just the way the sporting landscape kind of went, it was nice to have something else to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
CFL picked up. You had baseball, but just during the day to throw on a game and see some of the best at what they do, it was awesome. And I look back so fondly at those nights in June, just throwing on whatever game it was and seeing all the fans going crazy and all the good things that came with it. It's been an extraordinary event. Of course, it continues today and tomorrow, and then the final will be on Sunday, 1:00. It's going to be great. Now, Jay in Victoria says, Douglas in the Mornings was the most listened to radio. Make the merch. And he also says, I would bid $500 to ask Bowman what he was thinking about the Tristan Jarry trade and tell the truth.
Well, you already outbid me, Jay.
Jay is surpassed. Jay's in Victoria, so you might have to fly in and get the plane ticket as well.
Worth it. And, I think Jay's coming here later this summer. He'd mentioned he's coming for an Elks game, I think.
Oh, really? Swing by the studio, Jay.
I told him that. I said pop by. Be happy to, because he's an avid listener, regular texter, I think across like every show. It's great to meet him. And I think the caveat he's holding in this particular proposal, the tell the truth part. Like, ask Dan Bowman, what was he thinking? And don't get the rigmarole runaround answer. Like, no, actually, what was the thought process here?
It'd be interesting.
What would you bid?
Oh,
$1 million.
Limitless. $1,000.
Well, if we were all Connor Halley and had limitless money, then I suppose that'd be very much on the table.
I have to ask for advance of my allowance for my wife, and then I could maybe make the bid.
I thought you were going to say in advance on your salary.
No.
And I was like, no, I just need my wife to just open the purse strings for me a little bit.
Jason, can I get paid for
Can I get
July?
paid for the next full year,
Yeah.
actually, in one fell swoop? That'd be sick.
I'd like to make a fiscally irresponsible bid today. It's going to shock everybody. My whole salary would be crazy. Anyways, that music means we're done. Thank you guys for joining us on The Frenzy today. Check the podcast if you missed it. Sports 1440 AM on YouTube as well. Up next is Lowdown with Low Tide. But before that, let's get to a Sports 1440 update with the Duke, brought to you by Cattail Crossing. How about this? Glow Night Golf. Every second Friday, 35 minutes after sunset. $65 a person, includes 9 holes walking, a glow ball rental, and $5 voucher to Out of Bounds. Book at cattailcrossing.ca.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Semi-finals at the World Cup getting underway this afternoon, starting with France and Spain going at it from Jerry's World in Dallas, Texas. The two nations entered the tournament at its beginning as the favorites to take home the championship. Kickoff, 1 o'clock in Dallas. Major League Baseball's All-Star Game tonight from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Starting pitchers for the affair are Toronto's Dylan Cease and Philadelphia's Chris Sanchez. Both pitchers, the first for their respective clubs to start in the All-Star Game since Roy Halladay for Toronto in the late 2000s and Roy Halladay for the Phillies in 2011. WNBA action today. Tempo taking on the Mystics tonight from the 6. Tip-off at 5. And one game already completed. The Sun defeated the Fire 90-87. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Brendan Douglas at your Sports 1440 update.